So welcome to San Academy Pallikarnai. This is class 7 mathematics. In mathematics class 7 chapter 16 is a congruence. So in this congruence chapter, so topics to be covered is a SSS congruence, SAS congruence, ASA congruence, RHS congruence. The name of the lesson is the congruence of triangle. So first of all, we need to understand what exactly congruence is. So that we have to understand, then we will see the property of congruence. Okay, in that congruence, let us overlap the triangle. Suppose if we are overlap this triangle into this, means over here means the both the sides, angles, everything, it should be a same. That is the congruence. See here, so this is the first triangle and the second triangle. And the first triangle is triangle ABC. The second triangle is triangle A dash, and C dash. Okay, so two triangles are there. If the second triangle is overlap on the first triangle, it should be a same. All the sides, it should be a same. So that is the congruence. So this is triangle ABC this is the congruent symbol. This is congruent symbol. So triangle A dash, B dash, C dash. It is coming to the next picture. So here also it is looking like a triangle, and the green color triangle overlap on the yellow color triangle. It is the same. So here also it is ABC, triangle ABC congruence triangle DEF. If two figure have exactly the same shape, if two figure have, here also two figure, if two figure have exactly the same shape and size, they are said to be a congruent. They are said to be the congruent. For congruence, we can use the symbol. This is the congruent symbol. This is the congruent symbol. Okay. So again, I'm repeating, if two figures have exactly the same shape and size. So shape and size should be a same. They are said to be the congruent. And next we are going to see one small example, the plane shape small example. So this is the hexagon. It's also hexagon, but this hexagon, both the hexagons is a different. Why it is a different means, it is the second hexagon is a turned. The second hexagon is a turn, so we have to turn the hexagon and overlap on the first hexagon. We have to turn the hexagon and overlap on the first hexagon, then it should be a same. Without turning, if we are placing the hexagon, second hexagon on the first hexagon, it is not a congruent. But if we are turning the hexagon from the right hand side, so then we can place it on the first hexagon, it is a congruent. So let us try to place the hexagon. They covered each other exactly. If you are turn the right hand side, and again we have to place on the first hexagon, so it is covered exactly each other. So this is called the identical shape and size. Congruent is the identical shape and size. And the next thing, congruent statement. When naming two congruent triangle, order is very important. So what does that means? This is a triangle ABC congruent triangle FED. So triangle ABC triangle FED. So both the shapes are same because it should be covered each other exactly. Even in angle also it should be covered exactly. Okay. And corresponding angles. Corresponding angle is angle A congruent angle B, angle A congruent angle F, angle A congruent angle F, angle B congruent angle E, angle C congruent angle D. This is the corresponding angles. Corresponding sides, angle AB congruent FE, AB congruent FE, BC congruent ED, AC congruent FD. So this is the congruent statement, how we are ordering the angles and sides. Congruent figures, as we already know that two figures are a congruent if they are the same size and shape. Two figures are a congruent if they are having the same size and a shape. Their corresponding angles and sides are equal. Corresponding on angle and the sides are equal. So here also same thing, triangle ABC is a congruent to the triangle RQP. ABC congruent triangle RQP. So here also it's the same. Previously we have seen, no, same like here. So angle A equal to angle, or this is the corresponding angle. Angle B equal to angle Q, angle C equal to angle P. And the corresponding side is the angle, so AB equal to QR, BC equal to PQ, AC equal to PR. So this is the important thing in our chapter. The topic is the congruent triangles. So we are having four kinds of a property, that is, one is the SSS congruence, SAS congruence, ASA congruence, RHS congruence. So SSS means side, side, side. So all the sides should be a same length. All the sides in a triangle, all the sides should be a equal. Three sides are respectively equal. SAS means side angle side. Side angle side. So here it is, SAS means side angle side. Side angle side means two sides or included angle or respectively equal. So two sides should be a equal, one angle is a equal. Two sides is a equal, one angle is a equal. So, and next thing is ASA means angle side angle. ASA means angle side angle. So two angles are congruent if the two angles are the included side of one or respectively equal to the two angles and included side of the other. Two angles are congruent if the two angles and the included side of one are respectively equal to the two angles and the included side of the other. So both the sides, two angles should be a, both the pictures, both the triangle, two angles should be a equal, and side also, one side also equal. That is the ASA, angle side angle. And RHS means right angle hypotenuse side. So already, as we already know what is the hypotenuse, it's a angles opposite is a angle opposite side is a hypotenuse. In a right angle triangle, angles opposite is a hypotenuse. So hypotenuse and one side are respectively equal. Hypotenuse and one side are respectively equal. So two right angles are congruent if the hypotenuse and one side of the first triangle are respectively equal to the hypotenuse and one side of the second triangle. So this is what the property of congruent. So first thing is the SSS, and second thing SAS, and third thing ASA, and fourth thing RHS. So using the property, just we will see the two sums in the upcoming slides. Example, in the adjoining figure AB equal to AD. In the adjoining figure AB equal to AD and CB equal to CD. Prove that ABC congruent ADC. We have to prove ABC congruent ADC. What is the given? AB equal to AD. That is the given. AB equal to AD and CB equal to CD. That is the given question. Okay, here also AB equal to AD, CB equal to CD. In that given question, we have to prove triangle ABC congruent triangle ADC. So proof, in triangle ABC and triangle ADC, AB equal to AD, BC equal to DC. BC equal to DC. This is given. So common, generally we already know that AC equal to AC. AC equal to AC because both the sides hypotenuse is the AC equal to AC. So this is, hence we have proved triangle ABC congruent triangle ADC. Here we are using SS congruence property. SSS congruence property, because in that here in the two triangle, all three sides are equal. And the next example, in the given figure, triangle ABC and DCB are right angled at A and D respectively, and AC equal to DB. Prove that ABC congruent DCB. So in the given figure, it's a two triangles are there. That is also a right angle triangle. Okay, triangle ABC and DCB are right angled at A and D. So right angle we already know, that is 90 degree. So here also it's a AD means the 90 degree respectively. AC equal to DB. Respectively, AC equal to DB. To prove triangle ABC congruent triangle DCB, we have to prove triangle ABC congruent triangle DCB. In triangle ABC and DCB, CAB equal to BDC. CAB equal to BDC, that is 90 degree each. So BC equal to BC, that is a common. BC equal to BC equal to common. BC equal to BC is a common. And the given question is AC equal to DB. And the given question is AC equal to DB. By RHS congruence property, here we are using RHS. Why? Because it is the right angled hypotenuse side. Right angled hypotenuse side congruence property. So triangle ABC congruence triangle DCB. So this is what the, here we have used RHS property, that is RHS congruence property. So previously we have seen SSS, side property. Okay, I hope everybody get clear. Thank you children.